Welcome to our mock interview session for aspiring software engineers. Today, we're diving into some of the key questions you might face in an interview, and I'm here to guide you through each one. Let's kick things off with a classic teamwork scenario. Can you share an experience where you had to work closely with a team on a project? What was your role, and how did you deal with any conflicts that popped up? This question helps interviewers understand your teamwork skills and your approach to conflict resolution. To tackle this question effectively, here are some pointers. Choose a specific project and clearly define your role. Talk about how you collaborated with your team members. Mention any conflicts, their impact, and how you handled them. Wrap up with the outcome and what you learned from the experience. Now, let's look at how you might structure your answer.
In my last project, I was the lead software developer on a team tasked with launching a new feature. We had some disagreements over the technology stack. I took the initiative to arrange a meeting where we discussed everyone's concerns and evaluated the pros and cons together. This led us to reach a consensus, and we successfully launched the feature.
By the way, we're only covering a handful of questions in this video, but I've prepared a free PDF with all 30 top interview questions for software engineer. It also includes example answers and tips to help you prepare with confidence. The download link is just below. Describe a time when you tackled a challenging technical problem in a past job. What was the problem, and how did you go about solving it? Interviewers ask this to gauge your problem-solving skills and technical expertise. Here's how you can approach this question. Describe a specific problem, providing necessary context. Detail your role and responsibilities in solving it. Explain the steps you took, including any tools or technologies used. Highlight the impact your solution had on the project or team. Let's see an example of how you might respond.
In my previous job, we faced a major performance bottleneck in a web application that was causing slow page loads. I discovered that the database queries were inefficient. So I optimized them, added proper indexing, and cached frequently accessed data. This improved load times by 50%, significantly enhancing user experience.
Can you give an example of when you had to quickly learn a new technology or programming language? How did you tackle it? This question assesses your ability to adapt and learn new skills quickly. Here's how to frame your answer. Pick a specific technology or programming language you had to learn. Explain the context or project that required this knowledge. Describe the resources you used, like online courses or documentation. Share how you applied what you learned in a real-world setting. Reflect on the outcome and what you gained from the experience. Here's an example of how you might respond.
In my previous job, I needed to learn React quickly for a web application. I dedicated a weekend to complete an online course and went through the official documentation. I then built a small feature using React, which helped me solidify my understanding. The feature was successfully integrated, boosting my confidence with React.
Imagine you need to fix a critical bug in a live system under tight deadlines. How would you handle this situation to ensure a quick and effective resolution? This scenario tests your troubleshooting skills and ability to perform under pressure. Here's how you can approach this type of situation. Quickly assess the bug's impact and gather relevant logs or reports. Communicate with stakeholders to understand the urgency and set expectations. Identify the bug's location by reviewing recent changes or affected areas. Implement a fix carefully with a rollback plan in place. Conduct quick, thorough testing before deploying the fix to production. Let's dive into an example response.
I would start by assessing the bug's impact and collecting necessary logs. I'd then contact stakeholders to discuss urgency. After pinpointing the bug's source, I'd implement a fix with a rollback plan in case it's needed and perform quick tests before deploying it to production.
During a code review, You spot a significant issue in a colleague's code. How would you address this while maintaining a positive working relationship and ensuring code quality? This question evaluates your communication skills and ability to give constructive feedback without affecting team dynamics. Here are some strategies for handling this situation. Begin with positive feedback about their work. Clearly explain the issue using specific examples. Suggest alternatives or improvements in a collaborative way. Engage them by asking for their thoughts on the issue. Conclude with encouragement and support to keep the conversation positive. Here's an example of a thoughtful approach.
I really appreciated the effort you put into this code, especially the modular functions. However, I noticed a potential performance issue with how the loops are structured. Could we discuss some alternative approaches together? I'm confident we can find a solution that maintains the excellent structure you've created.
Before we wrap up, remember you can get all 30 questions, example answers, and step-by-step tips in a handy PDF. Totally free. Just grab it below.